Teachers from across the state are visiting RHS to get inspiration from the AVID program.
TCSN recaps the girls' varsity basketball game against Del Oro.
And be sure to check out my review of The Witch, as well as my review of Kanye West's new album, The Life of Pablo.
The RHS Key Club will be visited by the Mayor of Roseville on the 29th. All this and more in an all-new TigerCast News, February 26, 2016.
From Eye of the Tiger, this is TigerCast News. Broadcasting from Studio 403 at Roseville High School.
Good morning, welcome to an all-new TigerCast News. I'm Austin Daly.
And I'm Preston Walter.
A proposal to reduce school transportation fares was approved at a board meeting on February 23rd. The reduction will be in effect starting with the 2016-2017 school year. This change would lower the price of annual bus passes from $225 to $50.
I think that it's amazing how they did that because it was really expensive and that's a big drop, and I feel like a lot of parents will be able to afford it more.
This will be the first price change to bus fares in over 5 years.
On Tuesday, teachers all across California came to Roseville High School and Boljon Middle School for AVID workshops. We go to Jeremy Frisch with more on the story.
Administrators, district workers, along with AVID teachers and employees, visited RHS and Boljon Middle School to learn more about AVID through presentations, classroom observations, and panels run by students and teachers.
Seeing AVID in action is incredibly important. So walking into classrooms, seeing AVID strategies being used by teachers in science, math, English, as well as in the AVID elective is really important for teachers in schools to be able to go back and replicate that in their own schools and classrooms.
RHS and Boljon Middle School are national demonstration sites for AVID, meaning the schools excel at applying AVID to the classroom. As a learning center, RHS and Boljon offers a showcase of its AVID program so other schools can learn from fellow educators.
It's going to give a lot of AVID elective teachers, a lot of administrators, they'll see what happens in an AVID classroom or a textbook, but I think it's going to see the whole system where you're looking at multiple classes and how it actually works within a school, not just on paper. So it's good to see the application piece of it.
Teachers were influenced by the experience to take what they learned and apply it to their own classroom.
I got a long to-do list from today, a lot of things I want to try in my classes, and creating a lot of good connections with other teachers here to touch base with, ask them questions, and figure out really where we want to go with our program at my school.
I thought that being able to see another school with their AVID in action, and not just in AVID classes but school-wide, was very interesting, very thought-provoking. I've taught AVID for about 6 years, and this is the first time I've really seen AVID in action at another school.
RHS teachers and staff are glad to share their AVID experiences with other schools.
I thought the AVID workshop was really well organized and really well run. I was pleased with the attendance that we had from multiple different school districts and different schools. And overall, just a positive opportunity for Roseville High School to share what we've been doing with AVID over the last several years, and hopefully help some other schools identify how to make AVID work at their site.
I think they learned the most from our AVID students. Our students answered a multitude of questions, and nobody speaks about what AVID is like an AVID student.
RHS will continue to host this workshop in the coming years.
We now go to Sam Toomey with sports.
Welcome to this edition of TCSN. I'm Sam Toomey. The girls' varsity basketball team hosted the Del Oro Golden Eagles on Tuesday, marking the first girls' playoff game in 7 years. In case you missed it, here's a recap of the game.
I think we just need to play fast and run them like we try and do every team, and I don't think it'll be slow-paced.
Ball control, number one, and then using our athleticism, staying under control within our athletic style of play. High intensity, a lot of press, push the ball up the floor, high tempo, but in all that, we have to stay composed.
stop the celebration. Stop the court storming. Stop the court storming. Stop the celebration. They got to finish the game.
Last night, the Lady Tigers continued their success with a win over the Vanden Vikings. The Tigers will play March 1st at the University of Pacific in the section semifinals. Now we go to Austin Collins with entertainment.
Thanks, Sam. The Witch was released last Friday. The film is a horror movie that takes place in colonial New England and follows a family that recently moved into a farm, accompanied by an evil presence lurking in the woods nearby. This is definitely a movie that you have to watch in theaters, not just because of the intense sound design or the atmospheric and immersive tone, but because it's just an overall fantastic movie. This is a horror movie that doesn't need to rely on jump scares or cheap thrills to succeed. The acting is actually incredibly believable. Even the child actors give exceptional performances. The accurate Old English that the characters speak, as well as the authentic, genuine feeling relationships that the family has, help bring a sense of realism that is so rare in horror movies nowadays. And of course, the film is extraordinarily terrifying. So much so that the Satanic Temple has endorsed this movie for accurately depicting true evil. And that's because the film is so unsettling, it actually made me very uncomfortable. When a film can genuinely make you feel these emotions of fear and disturbance to your very core, it's a rare and special thing to behold. For all of these reasons, I'm giving The Witch 5 out of 5 stars. The Life of Pablo by Kanye West released on February 14th. This is West's 7th album. The preview of the album actually first debuted in Madison Square Garden on the 11th. The album contains 18 tracks and boasts an impressive amount of collaborations with many well-known artists, including big names like Chance the Rapper, Kirk Franklin, Kid Cudi, Rihanna, Young Thug, Chris Brown, The Weeknd, Ty Dolla $ign, Frank Ocean, Caroline Shaw, Designer, Andre 3000, Kendrick Lamar, and Post Malone. Oh, it's lit. Although many fans of West love him for his laid-back verses and relevant messages, Kanye has always been a track producer first, and this is very evident in his release. The album starts out with songs like Ultralight Beam and Father Stretch My Hands, which contain a very gospel-sounding vibe, and then transitions into tracks like FML and Real Friends and Wolves, which have a much more honest and emotional storytelling sort of feel. This is a cool experience because we don't get to hear much of a true, humbled Kanye much anymore. There are also tracks like Famous and Highlights, where he takes shots at both Taylor Swift and Ray J. The beauty of this album is not just the spectacular collaborations or the diversity, but rather the fact that this album actually sounds like a sort of tribute to all of the music and albums that Kanye has previously created, all into one. The one flaw of this album has to be its placing and flow of the project. Some songs sync beautifully and flow well, and others just seem like they were dropped in. And even though I'm sure this was West's intention, it's still something that could have been improved on. The album is currently only available on Tidal, surely a way to promote an app in which Kanye is very much invested in. This album is not for everyone, but if you can get past some of Kanye's irrational antics, lyrics, and tweets, you should be able to enjoy the phenomenal production and sound that Kanye has mastered. For all of these reasons, I'm giving The Life of Pablo 4 out of 5 stars.
Mayor of Roseville, Carol Garcia, is visiting the Key Club next Monday during lunch. The mayor will be there to talk about the Key Club, about the Relay for Life event, a fundraiser designed to give to charity for cancer.
It's like the mayor of Roseville is coming, so she's gonna help us with the process. She's gonna help us get the word out about Relay for Life and the importance of it. Why Relay for Life is important to our club is that it's something that we do yearly. It not only helps the community, but it's really fun to do. And then we get to help people that are affected a lot dearly by cancer.
Everyone is welcome to attend the meeting next Monday in room 603 to listen to the mayor and receive info about Relay for Life.
Addie Panasuk won this year's talent show. Her talent? Speed painting. Corey Karstens has the story.
Addie Panasuk, winner of this year's talent show, began painting after watching her dad.
My dad would always do it, and he painted at churches and stuff, and he'd go like really fast. And I thought as a kid it was really cool, and I just really wanted to start doing it.
Addie says the feeling of winning the talent show was amazing.
It felt nice, like it was fun, and I was just so excited, and it felt like I was just like in my garage again, practicing.
Painting to Addie is more than just a hobby.
Just like really fun with me, and it's so exciting to like show people what I could do, and like I just love the feeling of like going on stage or something and painting for people.
Parker Cruz, the talent show MC, said he was amazed by Addie's performance.
Well, before the whole talent show, we had auditions and a rehearsal leading up to it, so I knew that I knew what she did was quite amazing. But for the average, different than what I've ever seen before.
Parker said he was not surprised that she won.
There were a lot of singers going into it, and knowing that she was like the only adult who liked it, was like she was different than everyone else, so she almost already had an upper hand.
Along with most of her fans, she hopes to never stop painting.
I hope that I don't give up on this and like I could keep like moving forward and keep painting.
Second place went to a duet by senior Tony Whipke and junior Anna Ostrom. And third place went to senior Julia Buckley with a solo performance of All On Me by John Legend. That's it for us today on TigerCast News.
And remember, we're always on at iTheTigerNews.com. See you next time.